we are... Yep, looks like both teams have signified that they are ready, and we are jumping into Champ Select right now.
All right, well, let's do some picks and bans.
Yeah, absolutely. So just on rough scouting, I think something that the University of California definitely needs to prioritize is they need to ban out the jungler, which is the first thing that they do with the Kha'Zix ban. A Sona ban coming in, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
What are you thinking for priorities for picks and bans here?
Wow, they are really focusing that jungler down. I think that's the correct thing to do for their team. I mean, you're looking at their master player, want to get rid of their best players, champions, and see if you can match up against the rest of it. So I think we'll see a lot of jungle bans coming from California and Jin.
And Jin.
Apparently.
That's a very interesting ban. I wouldn't expect a ban like that, but
I'm actually rather surprised that they banned Kindred and Janos from the UofMB.
Yeah, they must have something specific that they're picking here. So they end up picking up a Caitlyn first. That's a I'm kind of surprised by that pick, but I think one win condition for the University of California here is that they definitely want to pick safe laners. You want to survive and hope that later on your team fighting will be able to pay off, and that you don't that you're able to hold lanes and pick up any advantages that you get just because they are they are the underdog in this matchup. So another interesting pick there was that Leona pick. I know you were talking about it before. So
I honestly didn't expect it to go through. I think it's one of the strongest supports in the meta right now. So, okay, Alistair is one of the champions that is able to kind of deal with. So that's a good counter pick from the California team that trying to at least minimize Leona's. I'm not going to say that it completely counteracts it, but it just reduces the effect of Leona.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely. It is also his most played champion from previous seasons as well for Garrett Liu, and the Kindred ban was something that was specifically towards their jungler Blazing Hot, so that sort of makes sense. And Stormskillz also does get to pick up his signature Orianna. It's a very safe laner, and his champ pool is very small, so I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a ban thrown towards that earlier. But we'll have to see what happens next.
And that Malzahar is a definite target ban against their mid laner. It was one of his most played champ.
Yeah, it's also good at setting up picks as well, which is something that the University of California definitely needs to look for.
Just with the pick ban so far, I'm interested in what AD carry that the Manitoba team is going to pick here, because it looks like they have their pick of the litter almost, minus obviously Vayne.
Vayne. They could even pick up something like Tristana here.
Tristana just got banned, so.
Oh, Tristana was.
It won't be Tristana. It could be if they play Xayah. I expect Xayah to come out here. Ezreal. Oh, of course. Yeah, another one of the top 3 that I was talking about earlier. So I think that'll be a really strong pick for Dev. Or nice, able to strong laning with Leona Ezreal. They kind of do different things in that Ezreal wants to poke you off and Leona wants to dive you. And we can see now his gear coming in California too.
Yeah, I think their team comp makes a lot of sense. They have good skirmishing and good control with the Kayn pick as well. I actually really like I like both comps here. I like California's comp just a little bit more, but overall, I think we'll definitely just have to see. They have a lot of strong lanes on the University of Manitoba, especially. There's a lot of kill pressure in the top lane and in that bot lane as well, so it's going to be very volatile. And we'll just have to see what exactly the Rek'Sai pick can do, and if it can organize the team and lead them to victory. So just getting into game, there is one quick thing that I should mention. If you guys do like what you see, we will be playing. JV1 and JV2's schedules are posted just below. They are also playing next week and the week after and the week after. They usually play Saturdays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which if you're in the Central Division is 2 p.m. Central. Division 1 schedule is yet to come out. I think it's a bracket, if I'm not mistaken, but we can get more information for you guys on it later, and we'll see. The Leona pick is definitely, I think, one of the highlights of this draft here, so we'll get to see what happens through the spectator delay.
Yeah, so we have 3 minutes here we can talk about it, but what I'm looking to see from the two different teams here is they got a slightly different entire play style that they kind of have to, with the U of M's team kind of lacking in the tank facilities. They have, I mean, Leona is support tank, so that's kind of a tank, and Camille can kind of focus as a bruiser, and depending on how Rek'Sai is built, same sort of thing, but none of them have like the true tank. You're looking at the Maokai. That's going to be the front line that people are going to stand behind. So in the event that it does break down into full 5-on-5 team fight, if the U of M team hasn't garnered themselves a lead with their pick fights, I think you're going to run into some issues against the Maokai. Pull his ult and lock them down, and just let the team kind of go on them pretty hard. But again, the kite ability of Ezreal and Camille, and to a lesser extent Rek'Sai, might allow for them to get around or through the Maokai. So we'll see just how the different play styles end up working out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they sort of have they have a couple conditions here, I'd say. One with the split push with the Camille. Camille is going to outscale that Maokai very hard, and so they can definitely play around that, play a 1-4 or 1-3-1 or something along those lines. And another condition is obviously just strong, aggressive lanes, and if this Rek'Sai can make some plays early, we'll definitely have to see what, again, UMB Slade can hope to accomplish in this early game. There's definitely a lot of pressure on him. Do you expect anything level 1, or do you think just line of scrimmage here?
That's a good question. I'm not... with Leona, you never know, because she's got some really good CC, but at the same time, with an Alistair start on their side with Ignite, we'll see. I mean, level 1s certainly make for an interesting start, but they're not always the most advisable, and I don't think any team here has a clear advantage level 1. Yeah, you're not looking at like Braum on one team, and where it's clearly the one will have this. This is both Alistair and Leona will bring CC. Maokai can even bring CC levels correct or a different ability. So I don't expect to see something level 1, but who knows? We'll find out very, very shortly.
Yes, we will. Yep. I think there's a lot of interesting things to look at for this game. So we're just getting in right now. This is the University of Manitoba JV1 team versus the California Technical College University. So let's go. Let's get into this game.
Let's get it started.
Yeah.
We don't have the count 4, 3, 2, 1, unfortunately, and have the entire crowd chanting, but we do what we can here on the U of M stream. We do what we can.
Yeah. There was actually we had another another showcaster that we had wanted to get in, but we didn't have enough room in the lobby. But apparently, you can spectate this game, so we'll get him in here right now. His name is Daniel. He plays on the Division 1 team. Actually, he's the mid laner and the shot caller. He's been playing ULOL and CSL for many years, so he's got very good game sense, and he can definitely bring a lot to both of us and another perspective. So let's see if we can get him in here.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You guys ready for
Oof.
this game or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so hyped for this game. Always hyped for the start of the season. Whew, man. What? So just jumping right into it. What do you think of the team comps on the two teams?
I like both team comps. I'd say that what Sider was saying before, because I was watching the stream, is that they don't have that true tank like Maokai. So if it gets to a certain point in the game, it might be a little bit difficult for you of them. But overall, they have tons of it engaged, and they have wave clear, so they have pretty much everything that they need, and they have smoke pushing.
So at the
Yeah.
start of the game here, it looks like we're not getting an invade, or it would be an odd one. It looks like standard start. We've got them spreading out across the map. What lane do you expect to be kind of dominated across? On what kind of? Oh, we have a group in the top lane, grouping in the top.
30 seconds until
Invading, they see the Rex, and they will just push them out.
Yeah. So where do you think, Dan? Where do you think the focus of this game is going to lie for the University of Manitoba?
Well, I think Camille has a clear advantage over Maokai, as pretty much any bruiser can beat Maokai. But bot lane, I think, is the important thing here. Because I mean, look at the other bot lane. They have two Targons. They're obviously going for the scaling game
minions
with that
have spawned.
busted over fleet footwork over heal charge thing, whatever. I don't play bot lane, so I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, the fleet.
I know it's
footwork
really
over-
annoying to deal with. So
Yeah,
they're
It
going
really
for the
makes-
scaling.
it really makes for a very relaxed bot lane experience where you're just.
Yeah.
We'll see if Leona can change that though.
Yeah, I guess the problem is with UofM's bot lane is that they kind of.
Oh, we have Leona engaged right here.
It's just some small trading,
Okay.
just going on early. So what's the problem with the Leona engage?
Yeah, it's just that the Caitlyn and the Alistair combo is a lot better than the Ezreal Leona combo, even at level 6. So we'll have to see how UMB Slade can affect the lanes. That's the important thing to see. The jungler matchup, I think, is the more important thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. If UMB Slade can get a lead going early, this will definitely help them.
Yeah, we'll
if
be
he,
able
he
to.
can look to burn some summoners early top lane or bot lane. I think he can let his lane do some work. But if it goes pretty even, I think bot lane has the advantage with the Alistair Caitlyn. Camille will outscale, but it'll take a while unless the
There's a
Rek'Sai
lot
can
to-
influence the lane early.
Level 2 engage.
Really deep from Mel Life here, but overall, really good trade for you, I might say.
Yeah, Alistair's getting pretty low. But again, with the Relic Shield start, they just heal it up. It makes for, you can take those trades and, you're already back to past life here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the important thing for the junglers is that they actually both saw where the other started because they were able to get deep wards in both sides. They don't know where Rek'Sai is. Rek'Sai looks to be coming for a mid lane gank. He's popping in, and the Azir is able to shift himself out. No problems there.
That's really good. That first Rek'Sai gank is usually very deadly just because there's multiple paths that Rek'Sai can come from early on, and not burning a sun there is actually really huge for University.
Azir is one of those mid laners who, although he is a control mage, also has the escape ability if he can time his shuffle correctly and it doesn't get interrupted. So that works really well for him.
Yeah, I think the Rek'Sai should focus away from mid lane. I don't think there's going to be any kill pressure there. For either side.
And we have all lanes pushed on the UofM side, so he's looking to get some deep wards and kind of jungle if possible.
Yeah.
Kane looks to be hovering around top lane, trying to get a gank off on the Camille. Rek'Sai is also passing that way, was spotted by the ward, so Kane's just... They see each other, they're aware of him and hanging out.
Ooh, didn't get the word. Interesting. I thought he got that last auto off. So just looking at the early CSs, doesn't look like there's anything too huge. Bot lane has a small lead, but overall, still looks pretty even. We'll have to see how the Ezreal pick works out here early.
I mean, the Ezreal power spike is a little bit later. It's really good for the early poke, but with the Relic Shield starts, unless you can really land your poke, it's going to be pretty much a farming lane. But his power spike between the 15 and 25 minute is really quite. Looks like we have Kane hovering on the bottom side. They are aware that there's no warding. UofM just pinged it. Looks like they're going to go set up a ward there.
Yeah.
And
First buys here with Kane opting for the Tracker's Knife and UMB Slade going for the Stalker's Blade. Dan, what do you think of that?
I'd say in competitive 5v5, it's probably always better to go with Tracking Knife. Just because spotting the other jungler and getting deep vision is much more important than the 100 damage that you get from Frostbite or whatever. But he probably is used to that playstyle, so maybe it'll pay out for him.
yeah. And we had mentioned that the UofM's jungler UMB Slade is the one who kind of felt like it was his job to carry this, so that could be affecting his decisions as well there.
Yeah, I think everyone on the UM Manitoba side actually has potential to carry the games though.
Yeah,
way
I
to-
agree with that as well.
Plus they have the team comp set up for that. I mean, Harasym is a good split pusher and an aggressive player, so they can abuse that in the mid game. Zev is a really good player. I don't know much about Stormskillz playing mid because I know he's an AD carry. Personally, I'm pretty sure that's why they banned Jin. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone is a pretty good player on this team, and you know, Mel's on the initiate support, so I think that they have a lot of windows to carrying. All of them have windows to carrying, and they're all good players. So we'll have to see. If maybe he'll trade it out later once early game ends. Maybe that's his plan.
Gank going on.
Gonna full engage here with the Smith, but Camille's just gonna try and sneak away from that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really
Nothing
good
really-
avoid because I think Camille wants to make sure that she doesn't get behind in the first like 10 minutes, and then she'll start to outscale the Maokai.
Looks like Kane's just coming in to help the Maokai push, so he can back.
Yeah, get
Well,
that back in.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they buy on their first backs.
So you get the classic Stinger build to Nashor 2 use here, and then the Monomicon.
Oh, a flash! Oh, that was a good flash from Lucas there.
Yeah, Lucas with the really good mechanical play there to get out of that gank.
I think the
He's
real
burned it.
question is how did he get that use name?
Yeah, that's the real
That must have been
question.
difficult.
It's actually interesting too, on the CSL site, this is why we were a little delayed before.
Looks like he's going for Slade's going for an invade.
Oh, let's say it's gonna get turned around, maybe.
That's
First blood on to the
over to the University of California on Blazing Hot. Ooh,
Seems like we weren't.
Oh, they popped Ilona. Ilona is forced to blow fast. She gets out with that one. An unsuccessful invade because the California team was prepared for it and had called in the support. Slightly quicker than UofM was able to.
yeah, it looked like they didn't really plan it or organize it very well, unfortunately. And First Blood goes over to University of California. Jin's
Yeah.
jungle master.
I think they just wanted to get away with sending the Leona to help, but it turns out the Kate rotated as well, so then they ended up in a 3v2.
Always
So
tough
at that
to
point,
manage.
instead of Zev rotating, they just push the lane, get it under the tower, make the Caitlyn lose the XP at least. Because getting the first blood on their jungler is not the end of the world.
Kane is one of those junglers though that is very snowball. Like he does not, when he is behind he does not do well, but if he gets ahead he can, depending on which form he takes, and we'll see what kind of form, it can be devastating it.
Yep, looks like both forms would be pretty good here, to be honest.
Because there's no true tank, the Darken form
Exactly.
won't be as
That assassin
necessary.
be really effective.
Yeah.
See what he goes.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing we'll see here probably around 5 minutes or so, depending on how he does.
I think the thing to look at is Zev's CS lead is pretty huge right now. So
And he also has a pretty big item buy right now. For,
Yeah.
yeah, plus the Kleptomancy. I mean, the dude's gonna be massive really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part of Ezreal there for you. With some good farming, really he's got that potential to just get a massive gold lead just from the laning phase in comparison to most other AD carries.
Looks like a gank going on top lane here. No counter, and I think it should be a kill for
And he got the
and they
flash.
even get the flash.
And they get the
kill going over to UMB Slade. I think that was
King
a
is
very,
a little bit slow in that rotation there.
yeah, a little bit. I think that was a very good gank though. That's definitely what we need to do is try and put this on down. He does have teleport, so I imagine he should TP back to try and...
Oh, we're diving, and he misses. Oh, yeah, Kane
So it
almost.
looks like you and Manitoba might actually get first tower here. And he burns the TP anyways.
I think it's gone.
That is,
Yeah.
Interesting.
that is interesting, yeah.
Interesting call. Okay, we've got a 3-man collapse coming. We'll see if that is effective at all. Camille might need to get out of there pretty quick, and she good vision awareness that she was getting into trouble, able to get out there.
So Dan, as the mid laner for the Division 1 team, after first tower is gone, what would you call for lane assignments here?
Well, I mean, since it's top lane that took the tower, I would actually keep Camille top, since bot lane is also like leading by 35 CS, and then have Rek'Sai control top blue side jungle and just take Rip Herald, and Shadow. By Shadow, I mean like watch the top lane of the fight.
Oh, we have another fight, and we've got the double engagement on the Maokai. Wasted a lot. We'll have to see if this takes out the Rek'Sai. Yeah, Rek'Sai is down. They use a lot, and we got another engage. Oh, what an ultimate! What a slide! And that's 2 quick kills for the Cal Poly Green team. Trying to bring it back up.
Yeah, and the kills went on Kayn and Azir there. A solo kill in the mid lane is definitely pretty big for this Azir. If this Azir can get going, we'll be able to melt the University of Manitoba team.
Yeah, and especially for that Kane as well, in the 2v2 duel, after they'd used a bunch of their abilities on the tanky Maokai, he comes in and is able to clean up the Rek'Sai by getting inside of him before Rek'Sai ultimate, so there's some really... And they back away. So with the CS leads looking like they are, Ezreal up 40 CS, I think you're going to see a really strong power coming from the UofM bot lane. And in kind of a reversal of expectations, it looks like the jungler from the Cal Polytechnical College is one with a little bit of power on their side.
Yeah, I would say this Azir is getting pretty strong too. He's already got his Nashor's Tooth. And it's one of those champions that's really difficult to deal with once he gets to like 3 items. They need to be able to do something and get up easier if he continues to free farm the way he is, because he's pretty close to 10 CS a minute. He's gonna get out of hand.
Yeah, and especially with the way that their team comp is designed, I think you're looking at really dangerous in the late game with the Azir and the Maokai. If the Azir keeps farming like this, getting that money, it's gonna be really tough to get onto.
And I guess the thing with the UofM comp is that they kind of have to have the perfect engage. There's no like other win option. They have to get the right engage with the CC from the Leona plus the Camille ult. Otherwise, I don't think Azir will be dying with his ultimate up. I guess the one saving grace is if he doesn't have cleanse, so he couldn't cleanse the Leona if Leona does land a really good stun.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on that Leona ultimate. Looks like they're going for the Ocean Break here. Kane is in the vicinity for a
Should be free.
Oh, and ultimate is used. Looks like they're engaging on... Nope. Just
that was a bit of an interesting call. I mean, I feel like Camille should stay in the side lane. She wants to get ahead of this fight because they can really abuse that. Because if we're looking at the format, 4 versus 4 squad, which is probably what it's going to be like since UofM picked the split for sure. Yeah, I mean, Cali Poly Polytechnical Institute. I don't know what the school is.
Yeah, California
right? Okay, yeah.
Polytechnical
I'm just gonna
State
call-
University.
I'm just gonna call him Cal Poly. Okay.
Cal
Cal-
Okay, Cal Poly.
Their 4-man squad looks a little bit stronger than the U of M right now, so yeah, I think they want to get that Camille ahead because Harasym has also shown that he can carry from the split push roll, so I think they should look to get him ahead and go for that Rift Herald soon.
Another one of the U of M's saving graces too is that Zev's lead currently has got almost a 40 CS lead over the Caitlyn. Is definitely put him way ahead, and he's CSing very well, and you might be able to scale up and hit that 2 item spikes really early.
I feel like Caitlyn's one of those champions that if she gets to a certain point, she'll still be as strong as any other AD carry. Especially like the Ezreal, his mid game is really strong with his poke. But Caitlyn, I'd take her late game over Ezreal. And again, they have the Azir, which I don't know how they're gonna deal with the Azir. They have two really high damage, long range champions.
Yeah. And this is kind of what we talked about earlier with their team comps that were concerned about the really tough requirements on the U of M's team in order to win any team fight late game.
Exactly, yeah, it looks like they're... Oh, there's a
Diving. Another great ult.
Really good roam from Stormskillz.
Doesn't look like they'll be able to get power off this right away, but and Cal Poly is pressuring that mid lane, so we'll see what the effect of that is here.
Looks like Harasym's trying to run down too. They might go for a 3-2 on the mid lane here.
So they might have.
Rexy has flash, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
There you go.
Oh. I think they can walk away from this. Yeah, he missed
His Q's didn't get far enough, so. Oh.
Oh, the Mount High Falls.
Oh, that mid laner was trying to
I think he bit off a
1v3.
little bit more than he could chew there.
Yeah.
And there's also partial free
Well,
that actually was a big swing for you then.
Yeah, that was a series of misplays, I would say, by the Cal Poly that gave it to the U of M there. Trying to fight in the 3v2 in the mid lane and then going in 1v3. Lucas was fighting, yeah, as you said, a little bit more than he could chew. And as a result, they lose both mid and bottom outer turrets. And that gives the advantage to U of M in the gold lead section as well.
Exactly, and now they can definitely look to pressure up, get vision, and push out, and they basically have their choice of what side they want to play on now, especially with the TP advantage on Harasym as well.
Yeah, U of M can take the lead in this game, and like the lead as in which way that they want them to go. If they have all the lane assignments, they have all the outer towers. They can start controlling this game from here.
We can also start looking at that CS lead. That's 50 CS right now for the Ezreal over the Caitlyn. That's equivalent to a significant gold lead in the... Oh, a full engage here.
He also opted for that training force as well, so he's got a very big spike right now. Looking like falling out right after.
Yeah.
The red light ticking on the Azir. And that looks like it's not going to be another kill going towards Zev.
Yeah, so Cal Poly with an interesting choice there. They didn't need to fight at that time. Just going in for the engage after they just previously lost another one. So they're giving advantage after advantage over here.
I think it's pretty clear that Cal Poly has the superior late game, or the easier late game to sort of execute. So I think they really should just be trying to farm and give up the Rift Herald, defend your towers, look for pigs. I think they shouldn't be doing anything other than that. They lost their lead, so they should play like that.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of playstyle they adopt here. Hopefully, for their sake, it's slightly less.
It was very unfortunate that Cal Poly couldn't ended up losing their advantage there. That was pretty dependent on what U of M needed to achieve for their comp.
But for U of M, that's exactly what their comp needed to do. Is to try and get that. Right now, we got a 7k gold lead. Get that 7k gold lead in the first 20 minutes, Now for the next 5, just use it to dictate the map, control it, get more objectives, and snowball this into the win. So we'll see if they can continue that snowball, or if Cal can sit and farm it out and get to an even playing field here.
Yeah, so this comes up to the U of M now, where they have the clear lead. The victory is pretty close to being in the bag as long as they execute it properly. So as long as they don't make the mistake, it should be a free win.
Yeah. So we got Mountain Drag coming up right now, and it looks like they need to concede another one, but they're also conceding their bot lane tower as well in exchange for the tier 1 on the top lane.
Looks like Azir will be there in time to defend it, but definitely a lot of damage on that one.
Ooh, that was one too many Qs to the face there.
This Ezreal is massive.
Yeah,
He's got around that 20 minutes. And Trinity, almost a Borg too.
yeah, this is exactly the power spike we're talking between the 20 and 25 minutes where Ezreal is just a beast in the game right now. And Azir with his 1.5 items just not able to post any kind of response.
Yeah, they did a very effective job at shutting Azir down later on. And
Because Azir shut himself down.
yeah, I was actually just gonna say that.
That 1v3.
Yeah, I think he needs to slow his roll a little bit. Play the scaling game.
Yeah, they're gonna get this bottom tap here.
Yeah, they might also. I guess they're gonna opt to hold the Rift Herald there until they push another lane.
Oh, it looks like there's an engage by the California team. The TP comes in for Camille. This could be a
Nice combo.
Nice combo by the Alistair.
It's gonna be a close fight.
yeah.
Healer are alive, that's the important thing to look at.
Yeah, the damage dealer is remained through this entire fight.
Oh, Ezreal gets CC. Ends up
Can have a trap.
Oh, she trapped in a poor
No
position.
trap outside. He's
I think Zeb will carry this. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna clean up this entire fight, and he's gonna take the quadra kill with it. Wow. Yeah, that was interesting fight. That's
Really unfortunate. I
like,
feel like that was a sure kill in Ezreal there.
The placement of that trap was
Yeah,
just...
just a little bit off.
Those are the kinds of mechanical mistakes that win or can lose you the game. So that team fight was in favor of Cal Poly until Ezreal used his stopwatch to get out of the... and then kill them.
yeah, they didn't follow up. It looked like it was just either a breakdown of communication or just poor team fighting, unfortunately.
Might be nerves.
Yeah, nerves, first game of the season. That could definitely be playing into it as well.
With that team fight win, Ezreal has now purchased his Blade of the Rune King as well. So he has a full 3 items and half of his last Whisper. So there is no one on the Cal Poly side who will be able to take many shots from him.
Yeah, they're gonna need like the perfect combo on him now too. But even then, I don't think he'll be dying. He has flash and heal up still. After that entire fight, he still has Stunner. I think another thing too is that was kind of Cal Poly's way back into the game. Couldn't pull it off though.
Yeah, it was just very, very unfortunate that they weren't able to. Yeah, that you couldn't put a trap down. Because they even got a perfect long.
They had a really good engage. And both of the carries were alive. Look at that Ezreal's damage. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh, they're going for the Azir. Oh.
The tower died here.
That's going for the flank. The Ezreal flank. I like it.
Oh my goodness. Let's go
Dude's a
on Azir.
monster. Look at him.
Snipe.
Look at him go.
Snipes out Garrett Lou as well.
And at this point with the CC on the Ezreal, it doesn't matter because the only one left alive is Maokai.
And there goes the ace.
That'll be a free Baron or a free inhibitor, one of the two, whatever they choose.
Yeah, I think it looks like UMB Slade wants to go for that Baron while Harasym pushes.
Might get both. There you go.
They have a couple seconds left. I think they can get the tower, but not the inhib.
Yeah, Zero and Alistair are up, so
Yeah.
that just leaves the base open now. I don't... Unless there's a giant misplay, we're looking at UofM continuing the domination of this game.
Zev's a monster right now.
Yeah, he's absolutely huge.
So again, that's 20 to 25 minute power spike of Ezreal. They're really riding it all the way like you have to, and he's doing a really good job on it. He's got 4 items. He's going to be completing very soon his next one, and just no one else is even close to that level of gold on this entire game.
I want to say Caitlyn just hit her power spike, but then if you just like look at it comparatively, it's not really much of a power spike.
Yeah,
I
2
think
items.
she needs the
for
rapid fire too, and then she'll be maybe like able to match the Ezreal's DPS. I mean, probably not.
Yeah,
But-
he's also 2 levels up as well. It's definitely looking like Zev's gonna carry this game.
Yeah.
So, looking forward into the next game, what do you think are some things that the U of M should continue doing, and that the University of California needs to change and adapt to?
I like the draft from both sides. I would say I would swap out the Kayn, though. I'm not sure what the Kayn was going to achieve. And also they just need to play a little bit slower. They need. Okay. And
Ezreal is
going a little bit aggressive here.
Yeah,
Falling, they still end up picking up Caitlyn.
that shutdown goal get on to the Maokai, which is
Azir's coming in, and Harasym doesn't have TP for another 20 seconds.
okay. It's a 4v3. We'll see if anything can be done here for the
Oh, good knockup.
Now
Stormskillz is going to fall, and the GA is going to fall. UMB Slade as well. And he is not able to get away, but on the top side of the map right now, Harasym's taking the inhibitor.
Yeah, the thing with Zev dying is that they still have, like, again, the carry in the top lane, flip pusher. So they have two pretty good win conditions here. Because I see realistically, given the 4-man squad from Cali Poly, they need the Maokai to help lock the Ezreal down. Because otherwise they don't have that much CC. So if they send Maokai, Camille can just stay in the side lane and split push.
Yeah. Another thing too is now Camille does have TP over the Maokai for another minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah, so they have a lot of options to use with this Camille. So they should set up the split push with Camille and abuse that. She can either kill Maokai, or she can take towers when he roams to kill the 4-man squad from U of M, or he can TP in and they can just 5v5. They have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Those picks that came at that exact moment did allow the Polytechnic to grab the dragon, though, so that was a good timing, a little team fight skirmish there by the California team.
Yep, and the thing is with taking inhibs really early is if you don't end the game within 5 minutes, it just feeds a lot of EXP and gold towards your enemy team. So hopefully U of M can close this out.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, Zev has a 5k gold lead, so as long as he doesn't make another mistake like that, I think it should still be a win.
Yeah. Camille's going in for the 1v1 and getting some support here. Still might go down.
Pretty close. He's drawing a lot of pressure bottom, which is cool. However, they don't have a wave mid, so you know they've got to time their stuff together.
Yeah, but Camille does have that Ravenous Hydra as well, so she can just sustain up. Continue pushing away. Another buff stolen away.
So far, the defense from Cal Poly is looking alright once they've kind of gotten into that guard the gates kind of mentality. They're able to wave clear and seem to be holding fairly well for the last 2-3 minutes.
What do you think the plan is here, Daniel?
For Cal Poly,
Yes.
I feel like they have no win condition other than to wait for the U of M to make a mistake. Their comp is they have no win condition with the comp, and the U of M just needs to play it slow and smart.
Get what
Not make a
damage
mistake.
powers.
Again, if they can last until 40 minutes, I think Cal Poly can win. Once the lead doesn't matter as much, because I mean, Ezreal's almost full items, right? Relatively, he's not going to get that much stronger from here.
Yeah.
He's kind of hit. Well, we'll see. The last one might be a defensive item like a QSS or
Probably
something.
going to be a good set just for the Maokai.
So we're looking at kind of the strongest Ezreal's going to get the entire game. Has already achieved that. Caitlyn's down 3 items at this point to the Ezreal. Significant.
I think Cal Poly should definitely not send
Not
everyone
give up.
bottom.
Yeah, losing a lot of damage. They end up getting University of Manitoba gets a lot of damage on that mid tower, and it looks like it might fall in this next wave if they're not careful.
I'm not sure where the trap line is. I think they should set up the trap line at mid and have Azir just wave clear and protect him. They should be able to wave clear, or sorry, they should be able to hold those towers pretty effectively.
Looks like they're just giving up the mid.
I'm not sure where the traps are. Maybe they're in there. If Sev is not caught,
oh, good stun onto
Good
the
flash done. Get rid of the Camille diving in.
Azir and Caitlyn are still alive as well, but
Zev is still alive.
Azir is doing so much damage.
And it's a 3.
It's amazing that fight went 2 for 2.
Yeah, but unfortunately they're gonna lose. They're still gonna lose the him. But yeah.
They're coming up soon. They should be able to. They should be able to get it for free and then just siege down 5.
Yeah, doesn't look like anything. They're gonna take the entire jungle on the way out as well.
Azir is really strong now, though, so he looks like that's their win condition, I guess, keeping him alive.
Yeah, this
if Rek'Sai keeps going deep like that, I think they might stand a chance if you trade top laner and jungle to top laner and jungle.
You know, the top jungle duo is not that tanky as well. Harasym did just pick up a Steric's gauge, but
Slade's GA, oh yeah, it should be up now. Yeah, it's up now.
So we'll be waiting.
Set up for this Baron again, and after this, if Cal Poly doesn't contest, then it looks like they're just gonna push down the remaining inhibs and look for the game. A bit of a scrap going on in the bottom.
Camille going for 1v1.
Harasym needs to be careful here. There's no reason to be making this play.
Yeah,
He
looks like
did a
he's
good
back
play
off.
and decided to back off.
Yeah, it looks like they had vision of the whole team running down as well. So they were able to turn and get the Baron uncontested.
Wards are broken.
Yeah, wards are broken. They're near Borrelia.
They'll just rotate around the map here, get all the 3 inhibitors, and kind of push into the win. That from UofM in the next 3 minutes.
Caitlyn needs to set up some traps.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she's not trapping the entrances.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a single trap. Like,
the entire game almost.
Yeah. Well, I saw the one trap that she made.
Okay. Wow. Some shade coming from the color commentator of as they try and siege down the open inhibitor, and Camille takes the bottom.
It should set up a trap line here. I think that would help them defend.
Yeah. At this point,
I think they're going for a fight
full
now.
engage.
I don't think the rest of the team is there either.
Oh, and the damage is gone. UofM will roll to a victory.
It's a good shockwave from Stormskillz.
yeah, that was good zoning, good fighting from the University of Manitoba. It looks like they're just gonna end the game here.
Good 33-minute win. They were effective throughout once they got the lead.
I mean, what can you say though? It's kind of like he beasted that game.
Yeah, he went ham.
That's one of the reasons I was surprised that they went with Caitlyn over the Ezreal or over the Xayah, because I think that they're just in different tier levels of power in this game.
I'm assuming it's probably mostly a comfort pick for their team. Yeah, the bot lane really carried through for UofM.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Stormskillz hit some pretty good shockwaves, and Harasym did a good job pushing as well.
I think you can look at the turning point in that game was the set of kills from the mid lane and the bot lane that happened simultaneously, when it would kind of a 3-for-2 fight in the mid lane where they lost both players from Cal's side, and then in the bot lane they're able to actually get double killed by the Ezreal and Leona. I think that was really the turning point, because before that the California team was looking in a power position and then quickly
I would say Cal Poly if there is a game 2, right?
Yes, there's best.
Okay, yeah. If you're Cal Poly, I think you want to look at mid game, because the early game, I'd say they did pretty well in the early game. They got advantages on some of their like the mid lane got ahead and the jungler got ahead. It just seemed like bot lane was kind of struggling a little bit. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was just the pressure from the Leona Ezreal. But if they can survive that part and not let Zev get out of hand again, it was pretty close early game for both sides.
Zev was definitely a massive damage, dealing 43,000 damage that game. The closest one after that was the Orianna with 28, Azir 26. So there was the massive drop off from 12,000 by the Caitlyn 40.
Yeah, I mean that was the game of Zev, man.
Yeah, game of Zev. Is an absolute monster that game.
I think also another thing with Cali, Cal Poly is they should look for probably more aggressive junglers to help out their bot lane. I think they're just going to get kind of out mechanicked by Zev and Mel Life, so they should probably go for a more ganking jungler like a Jarvan. I'm pretty sure Jarvan was up. I'm not sure 100%.
Jarvan was still up there.
Was he up? Okay, yeah. I think they should go for something like a Jarvan. Because I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the Kane pick really with that comp.
Yeah, it maybe they were hoping to match the aggression of
Rek'Sai.
Yeah, of Rek'Sai, but
I mean, that makes sense. But Jarvan's also like probably one of the best early game junglers. But I'm assuming maybe it's another comfort pick for their team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going to this next game, definitely I think the story of it is that they need to prioritize a different jungler, a different ganking jungler. I like the idea behind the Caitlyn pick, but he just wasn't able to keep up in CS and he just fell further and further behind Zev, who had almost perfect CS at I think 12 minutes.
I mean, honestly, they don't have to change that much. They should probably just pick a stronger ganking jungler, and I think they can go for the Caitlyn again. It's just that they didn't do too well in lane, but the jungler difference will help that. And the UofM can just stick to the same stuff. Like I think they're probably more superior in every lane and in the jungle. So as long as they don't make any mistakes like they did with the invade, be fine.
I think it was a risky style, but I think it suited them fairly well because they were able to dominate in each of the games. Camille was able to get ahead. The only one who was slightly behind was the Orianna against the Azir, where Azir was able to solo kill her in the mid lane and give Cal Poly a little bit of hope there. What do you guys think about that mid lane matchup?
I thought it was like, yeah, she got solo kill, but she did lose her sums like 30 seconds before that. I think it was just Stormskillz not understanding the lane too much. Like he should understand that he could die in that matchup if he doesn't have his flash. But he did a really good job hitting shockwaves later on. So regardless, he was down like what 70, 80 CS, and he still did as much damage as the Azir. So I think Stormskillz he did a really good job just like pulling his weight, regardless of his gold deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think although despite getting solo killed, as you said, he definitely was able to push forward, and the shockwave at the end there. I know it was sort of a desperation fight, but it was those small things in those fights that still made the result how it was.
Yeah, I mean, Cal Poly had a couple of opportunities to come back into the game. They just need to not panic, and whoever the shot caller is for that team needs to make sure his team stays cool.
I thought one of the big other chances when they had to win the comeback was when they got that, I think it was a 3-for-1 in the bot lane there, and they were able to take the dragon off of it.
Yep.
Once they were able to do that, they just needed to be a little bit more, I guess, relaxed.
I mean, they still had their 2 towers and 2 inhibs. They should. I'm not sure what happened with the trap line, but I think that was a big part of why they weren't able to hold. She didn't really set up any trap lines.
Yeah, especially at those choke points. It's such a key concept of your character when you're playing Caitlyn to have that set up so you can't get sieged down like that. And
I'm not sure what happened.
It's missing.
Maybe it's actually the opposite, and it's not a comfort pick, and they picked it because they thought Zev would pick it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm I'm not sure about that pick.
So we would like to see them do a different AD carry pick in the next game then. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, unless he learned how to use it. And that's
Yeah.
not meant to be like really offensive or anything. If he understands how to like use the Kate traps, I think a fine pick. But I guess their AD carry is silver 4. He looks like a support mate.
Sana minute.
Yeah, I'm on his OPG arena. Looks like a support mate. And he's silver 4. I'm not sure though. Maybe they can put him on something a little bit safer. That isn't so crucial in setting up defenses. They could go for the Ezreal instead. He's pretty safe, and with the club demands, he can go gold pretty fast.
Yeah, Kleptomancy Ezreal is a fairly safe pick if you can get that one. I think that that's one of the strongest in the meta right now. Ezreal, Vayne, which was banned, and Xayah was. If you don't play Xayah though, it's not the easiest. Well,
Yeah,
jump up and play that one. Kind of know how it works, how the skills all interact, because getting the feathers down and knowing when to pull them and when to use your ultimate, all of that is certainly something that's learned.
yeah. I'd probably stay away from Xayah. I'd just go with the Caitlyn or the Ezreal, or even like a Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana was.
If not, he could play like one of the utility AD carries like Ashe, throw arrows, or Varus, and just throw ultimates and
Yeah.
poke. If he's not really down for that DPSing style. And maybe they should target some more AD carry bans on Zev, because he plays really well on these really mobile AD carries like Lucian and Ezreal.
Yeah,
And Slade can pretty much play any jungler, so I don't think it's worth targeting him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we're gonna try and do is we are gonna actually take a break for a little bit until they organize their next match. So the first match went that the University of Manitoba was able to take a 1-0 lead, very convincingly later on. University of California definitely missed a lot of chances, but we'll see what happens in the next game. Just waiting for transition. If you guys like the stream, then don't be afraid to hit that like button. Our next match will be next week with the Division 1 team playing, I believe, and the JV1 team playing. So, yep, let's get some Doritos, some Mountain Dew, some Cheetos, some whatever you need to sustain yourself for this next game, because it's going to be pretty hype, and hopefully we'll see if the U of M can prevail. You guys saw what I did there? Yeah.
I said you did there for player. I saw.
No? Oh man, jeez. Whew, tough crowd. Anyway, we'll see you guys later, and we'll be back in a bit.